I'm going to stay on Zika. Joining us now is Dara Torres, former Olympic swimmer, actually the most medaled female U.S. athlete ever. And she's the author of the New York Times best-selling book, Age is Just a Number. Dara, welcome to the program. I love the title of the book, Age is Just a Number. I'm of a certain age and I'm with you all the way. Now, if you were still swimming competitively at the Olympic level and you were chosen for the American team, would you go to the Brazilian Olympics?
Absolutely.
You would?
Absolutely. There's no way the United States Olympic Committee would put the athletes at harm, and they don't seem to have an issue with it. I've actually asked my doctor about it because I'm going and I'm taking my daughter, who's going to be she's going to be in the opening ceremonies, and you know, I asked him about it, and he said, look, it's really just like flu-like symptoms, and you know, you get a rash, you get the flu, and then it's gone in within a week. And so, do I want to get the flu? No, but it doesn't seem as bad as what everyone says.
But
now,
it would be
there was an athlete.
Wouldn't it be the danger to women of childbearing age who intend to get pregnant at some point? That's the threat. It's to them, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And there was an athlete, a female, a volleyball player, who was about, I think, 2 or 3 months pregnant when she competed in London. And so if that was the case, I definitely wouldn't go. But, you know, for me, I competed at 41 years old. It's obviously not an issue. And I just think that the United States Olympic Committee would not put our athletes at harm's risk.
Okay, fair enough. I want to talk to you about the doping scandal surrounding the Russians. The Department of Justice is investigating allegations that there was mass doping of Russian athletes at Sochi, and that allowed them to win all these gold medals. And then there's the separate allegation against 31 athletes where their urine samples from way back 2008, for example, now test positive for enhancing drugs. Now, is it possible that the whole Russian team will be banned from the Olympics?
Well, from what I'm reading, that's what it says. Yeah. I really think that you need to make a punishment as an incentive not to cheat. And I think that if the government or the state is involved with this, I think all the athletes should be banned because they knew about it. If it's just a couple athletes here and there and they're doing it on their own, I think that's a different story.
Now, you must have come up against competitors, other people in the swimming world who had been doping. You may have not known about it at the time, but you certainly came across it. Were you aware of it at the time? How do you feel about it?
You know, I'm very old, so my first Olympics were back in 1984 when the East Germans were around, and we all thought they were cheating, and eventually it came out that they were. There were Romanians that were cheating, the Chinese were cheating, and so yes, I've been up against it a lot, and it's a horrible feeling because me as an athlete, you know, I compete clean, and you pour your heart and blood into this sport your whole entire life, and you go up there and you want to compete against everyone fairly, and sure enough, there are people who are cheating. It's a horrible feeling.
You know, I love the Olympics. Every 4 years, I watch it religiously. I think it's a wonderful form of competition. But I'm really upset that it has been so tainted. It seems that so many athletes have been doing it and are caught either now or later. To some degree, the Olympic ideal has been tainted for me. You with me?
Well, it has been for years, and I'm really glad that WADA and USADA are going back and retesting samples. You know, when we do the drug testing, they make you put your urine in 2 different samples, an A and a B sample. And from what I read, they've already tested the A sample, and like you said, there are 31 athletes who tested positive back in Beijing, and now they're testing the B samples, and we'll hopefully have those results in early June. So at least they're taking steps. The problem is that the cheaters are a little bit ahead of the testers, and so the great thing is that they do now store the blood and do store the urine so they can go back and retest it.
That's a good thing. Dara, thank you so much for being with us. Congratulations on
Thanks,
the book.
Stuart.
Love the title. I really, really do.
Thank you.
And by the way, I can't swim, so I'm in awe of you. I'm absolutely in awe
I'll give you some lessons.
Done. Dara Torres, everyone. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. We do appreciate it. Thank you.